Today, let's talk about the top 5 ways to be able to sell your house faster and at a higher price. We've been fortunate throughout the past 16 years to be able to help hundreds of families buy and sell real estate. So I want to be able to share some of my experiences with you. And so for me, there are 3 things that you're going for here. You want to be able to make your house look as bright and as spacious and as happy as possible. You want to be able to have as much natural light come inside the home. And when you're painting, use light, neutral colors, especially in our area, in the Northern Virginia area. It is so diverse. So you want to be able to make sure that you're using as much neutral colors and as neutral things as possible, because here is just such a diverse area. Number 2 is you want to be able to make your house look spacious. Right now, we're currently helping several families buy brand new homes. And I joke around and say, there's no more walls. Everything just goes together now. You want to be able to make your house look as spacious as possible, because this is what people want now. This is what's in. And then happy. Something you want to consider is that we're selling a home now to someone else, a family that's now going to create memories in that home. So you want them to be able to feel happy. Okay, so for me, the top 5 ways for us to be able to do that is 1, depersonalize and declutter. You want to be able to depersonalize your home. You have your touches inside your home, but now you're going to market this home to someone else. One time I had a family that I showed them the home, and I felt that it was perfect for them. They loved it. We stepped outside, and then I asked them, I said, should we make an offer? And she was like, I love the home. It's perfect for us, but I don't want to buy it. And I'm just like, well, please explain that to me. And she was just like, this is someone else's home. Did you see the pictures? They just had a child inside the home and all these things that they were saying. And I had to reassure her. I said, listen, I understand, that you were able to see some of the things, their family and everything, but they want to be able to sell this home. So be able to make sure you can depersonalize and then declutter. Right now, there's so many different things out there where we can be able to just use as far as storage. We can use pods, we can use storage units, maybe sheds. Some people say, can I put things in the closet? Yes, of course you can put everything in the closet. Just when someone comes inside the home, be able to make sure that you can give a good impression to the home. I always tell people we have one chance to give a good first impression. Number 2, for me, I would say is updating and renovating. Just updating the home, making sure that you're able to replace a used carpet, use neutral paints, touch up paint wherever it is, to be able to make it feel as updated as possible. And then from there, you can start going into as far as maybe updating the bathrooms, updating the kitchen. Sometimes maybe just resurfacing the cabinets really helps. Replacing the hardware, just making sure whatever hardware is in at the time. Those small things really go a long way and are able to be able to help maximize on the sale of your home. And then number 3 is staging, making sure that your house looks great. So again, when someone just opens the door, they're using their 5 senses as soon as they come in here. That's something you want to consider, right? They're using their smell, touch, feel. They're looking over the entire home and judging it, right? So make sure that it's staged, that it just looks good. If we have a vacant home, we actually have a stager that comes inside and stages the entire home. If not, we use your furniture and we just say, okay, these are the things that you need to do. And you know exactly what you need to do when we provide our staging report. It'll tell you room by room the things that we recommend for you. Number 4, I say overload on online exposure. You cannot go too little or too small on making sure that everyone can see your home. So I have some people ask me, so when are you going to do the open house? And I tell people, I say, well, I can do an open house, and maybe have, 10, 15, 20 different families come in here. Maybe half of them are going to be neighbors. Or we can spend a lot more time and money on social media. I'm a big fan of the internet, social media, making sure that we can blast it out on YouTube, on Google, Facebook, Instagram, because that's where people are looking now as well. I would say about 99% of the consumer are Googling and are going online before they even reach out to a real estate agent. So being able to make sure that you're in front of the consumer, making sure that you can target them. Who are the people that are looking for a house in that area? So making sure you have great online exposure. Very important. Professional photos, 3D tours if possible, drone videos, making sure that they are able to see everything. And that's where it becomes very important that your photos look great, because your house is being judged before they even decide to go out there. And sometimes, I've had people say, hey, I don't want to go see the house anymore. I already saw it. And I'm just like, who'd you go see it with? Because you didn't come with me. They're like, well, I saw the photos and I don't want to go. So your house is being judged just from the moment that it goes active. So make sure that you have great online exposure. It's very important for that. And then for me, number 5 is make sure that you hire a local knowledge broker. The economy is nationwide and that's happening everywhere. It's all the same. But real estate is not the same in every market. So you want to be able to make sure that you have a knowledge broker, someone that is local, someone that understands what's going on right now. In our area, we have lots and lots of things happening all the time because we're in Northern Virginia. We're 20 miles from the Pentagon, from Washington, D.C., and we have so many things happening, town centers that are going to go up, new schools. So you need to be able to know someone that knows exactly what's happening. So be able to make sure you check on them. Hey, how many houses have you sold in this area? How is that going? How many families have you been able to help here? So for me, these are the top 5 ways for you to be able to sell your house in the shortest amount of time at the highest price possible. Why do I want to focus on the shortest amount of time? Because the longer that your house sits on the market, you want to be careful that it does not go stale, that your listing doesn't go stale. So the longer it starts sitting on the market, buyers start seeing that. They can see how many days are on the market. And I've had buyers ask me, hey, I really love this home. How much can I get it for? One of the things that I'm looking for as a buyer's agent, how many days has it been on the market? If it's been 5 days on the market, I'm like, we're probably not going to be able to really get too much of a discount on it or any seller subsidy or any of that kind of things. Or, if it's been on the market for 30, 60 days, that's a completely different story, and how many price reductions have they done and all those kind of things. Those are the things that we're looking at and that the consumer's looking at as well. So you want to be able to minimize the amount of days that the house has been on the market. And that way, I'll also be able to help sell your house at a higher price. Because, if a house is on the been for sale only for a weekend, and I have an offer and I tell the agent, I say, well, what are you going to offer my clients for me to be able to go and say, hey, you know what? Accept this offer now and let's not see if we can get something better. Because in the end, it's also negotiating, right? Be able to make sure that you can maximize on the sale of your home. Because going back to what I said earlier, this is one of the biggest purchases, biggest real estate investments for most Americans in our country. So thank you for tuning in. For me, these are the things that I've been able to see throughout the past 16 years that be able to help you sell at a higher price, because that's what you want to do at the end, right? You want to be able to sell a great home, but also at the same time be able to get a good price for the sale of your home. So thank you for tuning in. Also, on the description below, I'll leave brochure or layout as far as the things that I've been talking about as well. So be able to check that out.